This is Anthony Maddaloni, and we're going to talk about chemistry in photography right now. Now, there's two different types of photography out there. There's digital photography, and there's film photography. The type of photography that uses chemistry is film photography, and there are quite a bit of different chemicals to use when you are using film. One of the most common is your film developer and your paper developer. Kodak makes them, Ilford makes these chemistries. They're fairly easy to find on the internet, and most photography stores will stock this type of photography. Over the past couple of years, there seems to be sort of a resurgence in people printing black and white again. I think that people sort of want to get away from their computer sometimes. Now, I'm a fan of both digital photography and film photography, and I feel that there's a place for both of them. And I actually find that both work rather well hand in hand together. You can shoot black and white film and develop it in your bathroom or a local darkroom, and then scan it, and then print it and put it to the internet, or make prints on an inkjet. So there's really no digital versus film in my little world. I think that both work really well for different things. But back to the chemistry. So right here I have a bottle of toner. So this is one thing that when I make a print, I can actually use this selenium toner, and I can make my prints have almost like a bluish to a deep dark black cast to them. Very toxic stuff, and you can see this is in an ambered color bottle, and I want to keep it away from kids or away from anybody who just might be a little too curious for their own good. This is one other chemical I have called Photoflow. This is the last chemical you use for when you're developing film. The main developers for developing film are Dectol, and then for developing paper, you use a couple of different types of developer. There's D76. They're out there. They're all out there on the market. And then to have your film be, exposed to light, you want to use a fixer. And the fixer is what you smell in the darkroom. When you come into somebody's darkroom, and you smell that very acidic smell, that's fixer. So this is really just a brief little primer on photographic chemicals. And some chemicals can be used to print, and some chemicals can be used to develop film. Occasionally they're interchangeable. Sometimes I use Dectol to develop my film, and I get a very grainy look to it. And that's something I'm going to talk about, where you can get your style down, or how your particular photographs look different from somebody else's. And that's an important part of being a photographer.